a lot of the operational analysis out of Ukraine, in terms of, for example, their long-range strike campaigns, their successful efforts against things like the S-400 batteries, is that the cheap massed UAVs, both, and particularly in this case, fixed-wing kind of decoys and stand-in jammers and things that have a little bit of bang in them, they are not a replacement for your high-end weapon systems. They are what are increasingly required to get your high-end weapon systems through to target. I think that the key for us is to be clear-eyed about what we're developing them for, and the key thing being to develop them to ensure that we can get our traditional fires through to the key targets so that we can start to win air superiority and then win the counter-battery fight, and thus establish the sort of overmatch that enables professional maneuver forces to be really credible against Russian forces. Trying to fight as Ukraine is trying to fight is not something I think we can credibly do or should try and do in the West. Their own counter-UAS capabilities are probably the best in the world at the moment, certainly the most experienced, and they are now the primary focus of Russian both technical and tactical development. So if we are starting from the baseline of European sort of NATO member states who have given away a lot of heavy equipment to Ukraine over the past 3.5 years, who are trying to rebuild lethality as quickly as possible to deter future Russian aggression more widely, I think it'd be a huge mistake to do what a lot of figures are now, policy and senior military regularly talk about, which is pursuing a sort of Ukraine-like lots and lots and lots of massed, cheap UAV heavy strategy as the core of our future lethality against Russian forces. It plays to their strengths. It's something that we would be significantly worse at than the Ukrainians, at least for quite a while. We don't have their pressures to develop. We don't have their regulatory environment. And we certainly don't have their national industry. We wouldn't want to rely on Chinese components the way that they do. And also, frankly, Ukraine, even though it is a world leader in massed UAV development, iterative development, use, and sort of integration in all parts of its force, is still being pushed back steadily by Russian forces. With 4.5 million drones supposedly going to be produced this year, about 2.2 last year. So even if the metric is Ukraine, that thing that lots and lots of FPV and kind of one-way attack drones are good at, which is causing steady attrition on a wide front in relatively static warfare, even that's not really working for the Ukrainians. It's helping them hold the line, and it's the only option they really have, but it's certainly not proving in any way decisive, and the Russian force just keeps growing. One of the reasons I am sort of consistently told why we're going to have to go to lots and lots of small UAVs, because it's unaffordable to buy thousands and thousands of long-range precision fires and high-end air-to-surface munitions and long-range ground-based fires and all of that. To which my answer is, then how come the Russians can do it? How come the Chinese can do it? China, with the bulk of the world's drone manufacturing capability, is cranking out hundreds of fast jets a year, building thousands of long-range precision strike missiles, has 2 to 3 sixth-generation manned combat air platforms in development, 2 parallel 5th-gen fighter platforms in production, still cranking out 4th-gen fighter aircraft, more than 55 AWACS just of the KJ500 type. Like a lot of things that are being often derided by technologists as kind of sunset capabilities that are obsolete, and the West is falling behind by relying on, our adversaries continue to rely on and crank out. So again, I just don't think that faith in drones are going to solve all of our gaps quickly and give us transformative lethality. I just don't think it's borne out by the data.
Thanks for watching. For more from BFBS Forces News, like and subscribe to our channel.